Hello again, everybody. That's right, we're back. Calling back into session the meeting of the Blount County Board of Elections on Election Day, Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. We kicked off this meeting at 2 o'clock, recessed earlier, and now we shall complete our agenda. Next item up is preliminary absentee results. Director Duncan.
Did you want me to give any updates?
If you have some updates to give, we would love to hear the news.
So just two updates. I do have the budget revision, but now I'm feeling like, I'm not sure you guys want to talk about that right now. We could save it for.
Yeah, I'd
Yep.
like to see.
And, yep,
I'd like
I
to
can
take
hand it
one,
out,
but
yeah.
we don't need to talk about it.
That sounds good. And it's kind of funny. So it's the exact same sheet with a very tiny chart at the bottom that has the breakout because it's much smaller. So I have that for you. I'll hand that out. And then I just wanted to give an update on the numbers. So we have all the 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. numbers out. So at 4 o'clock, which was our last report, it was 20,767. And that is more than 2022 primary, which we have been tracking. And at the 4 o'clock number in 2022, it was 17,724, and then we ended at 27,652. So it is definitely possible that we could see, between
What
5
did
and
we end at?
10,000 more voters.
What was the number
the
we
end.
ended at?
For 2022, for election day only, 27,652.
652.
So it's possible, it's definitely within the realm of possibilities to exceed that number today.
Good.
Updates complete.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions? Moving right along. Now we'll do preliminary absentee results, maybe,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes. Now is the time for preliminary absentee results. So Devin and Bria, they're already in the electionware room. So they're going to take all of those flash drives that we processed through all of the absentee meetings and upload those into the software, get them pre-processed, and an absentee written. That's that manual absentee. I think all of you have seen that so far. You'll review that and verify it, make sure that the results and that abstract match. And then once you verify that and 730 hits, then they can click the button and upload those results. So that is what we're doing next. So we just wait. You're welcome to view it through the window, and that room especially works nice. The lights work well through this window, so you actually can see. But you're welcome to take a peek in there, and then they'll bring things out when we're done.
Good.
And then just as a reminder, you will see that abstract before 7:30. No peeping about it.
Right.
No letting anyone know those results until 7:30.
In other
So,
words, put your phones away.
I know, I kind of want to collect them.
Yeah.
But I will trust
What,
you.
what I've done in the past is simply rely on the State Board of Elections website to disclose results.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it just doesn't make sense for board members to do it at all.
Yeah.
There's way too much risk.
is there an abstract for the absentee ballots tonight before we count the rest of them? Or-
Yes, so this will be all, they'll be all, and it's nice, that one nice thing about the law changes is by not processing any today, it's really clean. So it's going to be what you certified, what you certified.
All through last
on-
night.
Last night, yes, the
been a long
certified
day.
absentee list.
So there'll
So
be-
that's what you will see uploaded.
So will there be some more that are counted on Friday?
Yes, so on Friday, we actually got a significant number of ballots today. So we had lots of walk-ins, and we had a big group come in the mail, too. So we'll have some ballots on to process on Friday for sure.
So there'll be a second abstract, or am I missing
There'll be,
something?
it's called a supplemental abstract. So
Yeah.
that will be added. And then at Canvas, you'll see any more. Uocava has a different deadline. And so if there are any of those, which is, sometimes we don't get any, then that will be added during Canvas.
And is the Uocava, every time I look at the statute, it's, is the Uocava can they be submitted up to the time of canvass?
I believe it's the.
It's the-
5
the
p.m.
day before.
The
canvass.
day before
Right.
canvass? And that's, is that that's by federal law?
Correct, federal law.
That's the,
And that goes same for military and UOCAVA?
that is a, UOCAVA is Uniformed and Overseas Civilian
Okay.
Yep,
Voter Act.
great questions. Yep, because the results will change a little bit as we go, and
You
people
bet.
need to know why. These are reasons why. So the absentee that we get today will be supplemental, very small amount likely of UOCAVAs, and then provisionals.
When
And
do provisionals hit?
so provisionals, we will, tonight actually, we'll probably be able to see how many there are. Then we have to research them. So that takes some time. You'll see some of them on Friday because of photo ID. So if we have any exception forms, we'll present those to you on Friday so we can get ahead of those. And then on Thursdays when you'll see the big batch of them. Hopefully we can do the vast majority of those on the Thursday before canvass. But there is a deadline to bring in your ID by 5, so we'll see how that plays out. I think in the last election there was 186 counted, so that means there were more than
Yeah.
that. And I didn't look that up. I should have looked that up. But that's about what I would expect we see for this election. So quite a few to process. And we'll also see this evening if there are any races that are close within our county.
Yeah, when do we find out if we're gonna have a second primary?
When the state canvasses,
March 26th.
yeah, we'll know if there's anything close in our county, and then we'll know that at our canvas. But if there's anything statewide, it will be on the 26th. Yay, we're talking about results. We have prepared for this for an entire year. This is really good that we're here today. Any other questions? All right, so now we just wait for them to process and bring that absentee, and of course you can view the process.
Peek in the window.
Do you know, I'm just curious, do you have any idea how many photo ID issues are out there that could be resolved up to the day before canvass, or is there?
For absentee by mail.
Yeah, or I guess in-person voting, you wouldn't know that.
There are some provisionals for early voting. There's not very many of those, but I'm sure some of those are photo ID exceptions, but I don't know those numbers.
What the heck
We won't know the other till tonight.
We won't know the other till tonight, correct. And we'll just know how many provisionals we have tonight. Until we research them, we won't have categories for you.
Don't tap on the glass, it makes the fish angry.
Did you guys get kicked out?
Don't knock on the glass.
No, we were just, they weren't doing anything, they were waiting on us.
Oh,
Don't tap on the glass, it makes the fish angry.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, that was.
They covered more funny stuff in this room today. Any other day than I'm thinking.
I can't go that way because
Then again, I might have a low bar.
Corinne, were there any, I guess we're on, Were there any issues out in the polling areas with observers or people around the polls or anything like that?
I didn't get any reports that were like escalated to me that were out of the ordinary. We did have the power outage at the one polling location. But otherwise, things went really great, really smoothly.
And there weren't any issues with observers or conduct of observers or nothing like that?
Not that I am aware of that was reported to me. Did any of you get reports?
I get tons of texts from people fussing about one thing or another. Not today.
Not
Oh, really?
today.
No. I got one this morning from someone who was questioning 50-foot with respect to curbside.
Like, where is it?
And then that person texted me back. Said, okay, I've been straightened out now. I get it. Fine, I was wrong. And today's been really good. The past 2 weeks have been people fussing about one thing or another, and that 50-foot buffer being a big deal.
Yeah. And
Today's been good.
And I don't know why, but we had a lot of voters at Murphy Oakley. So we had to we added a computer there to.
At where?
Murphy Oakley Community Center.
Where is that, near the school out there?
It's on Fairview Road.
Thank you, Jake.
It's precinct 9.1.
And that
If,
covers Oakley?
If you get off at exit 8, where the Home Depot is.
Yeah.
And you take a right going down Fairview Road, the community center is gonna be on the left-hand side, just up a little bit,
The community center for Oakley?
for Oakland.
Oh. Huh.
And Inca Candler had a lot, but they usually have a
That
lot.
44.1 is just a busy precinct.
Popular.
18.2, 5.1, 44.1, really big and busy. Back in the day, we would subdivide precincts when they got too overwhelmed with population, because how can you handle all those people on election day? But with early voting, you don't need to do that. So many people early vote that we're never overloaded on election day.
You mean you'd subdivide them before Election Day?
Oh, yeah, this was a regular practice. Whenever you see a precinct with number and then its point, as long as it's greater than 1, like it's precinct 22.2 and precinct 27.2 are out Beaver Dam Road in North Asheville. And it used to be 22.1 was on, I want to get this right, 22.1 was on the north side of Beaver Dam, 27.1 was on the south side of Beaver Dam. And then they made a decision because they said, you know, the city boundary ends about halfway up Beaver Dam Road. So let's make 22.2 all City of Asheville and 27.2 all county, because it made it easier to do election administration that way. So when you see that .2 or .3 or .4, it means there was some revision to a precinct boundary that occurred. Now, there's other ones like 60.2 and 60.4 in Reynolds. That used to be 60.1, and it got so populated, they just split it into 2 different precincts.
And
And they called them 60.2 and 60.4, because 61 and 62 and 63 were already being used.
And would those changes have to be run by the state board? Or would that?
Well, these days, anything has to be approved by the state.
But
If
that's-
we wanted to change a boundary, and they don't want us to change any boundaries, because they want consistent election data through time.
Yeah.
And once you start changing election boundaries, you have disrupted their time series analysis of the data. And so you just don't see precinct changes.
But you don't have to go to the General Assembly or anything for something like that.
Although the General Assembly has constrained boards of elections' ability to change precincts. We have things that are called voting tabulation districts, and you'll see them referenced in the law a great deal when it comes to districts. You won't see a reference to precincts. You'll see a reference to VTDs, voting tabulation districts. And those, I think, are all controlled at the state level. Within a VTD, there might be some discretion to change boundaries, but I don't think it's really encouraged. I haven't seen a precinct boundary change here in a long time.
It seems I was wondering about that, because it seems like in the statute, when they talk about the congressional districts,
best side.
You don't have to sit, but you should.
No.
stand right
I
there.
kinda like being Mike over there. But anyway. So much for that. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate coaching.
Everything okay in there?
They're printing, that means it's going
Crash,
well.
boom.
You okay?
Banging around.
She's just banging around.
60.2,
Everything's okay? Yep. Okay.
Oh, no, Devin,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. I don't know.
Have you worked the word today, Mr. Quinn? Mr. Quinn, have you worked the word today?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, but no spoilers. No spoilers, I won't. I just, thought.
I've been so busy with the election, though, I haven't finished spelling bee yet.
We did that one. Wait till you see the diagram.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
It's a,
Yeah,
it finally came to me, but it took a long time.
yeah. Yeah, I do spelling bee last. I do chordal, then wordle, then connections, and then spelling bee.
Do we have anybody online?
Angelica, do we have anybody online?
Victoria.
Okay, it's original name.
Oh, yeah.
We have 3 current
Oh,
viewers.
3 viewers, that's wonderful.
Yay, 3.
I-
Always remember you have an infinite number of possible future viewers.
True.
As these recorded meetings live
Forever, I've learned
forever
that.
on the internet.
I've learned that. I've made the mistake of going back and looking at a couple.
And it
Can be
goes
painful.
every week.
Yeah.
Come on, big fat fingers.
Check the voters in line again.
When I left Fairview, there were 19,
19.
and that was just the line waiting. There were people voting and people checking in.
Refresh. I see 8 in Shiloh. Murphy Oakley has settled. 5 at West Asher Library. I think a lot of people stopped to go after work. So we had a peak at around 5:30. 11 at Owen Middle School. No.
So you just press up here. So then you can see it from highest to lowest, or
All numbers. 14 at Inca Candler, so they're still hopping. Coal Creek 6.
Murphy Oakley. Who's Murphy Oakley?
They settled down, so right now it's Inca Candler, Owen Middle School, Friendship Center, Whole Creek, West Asheville Library. Murphy Oakley has only 3 people in line right now, but we did increase capacity there, so there
Yeah.
could still be more voters.
Has there been an uptick in people voting at the Friendship Center?
I don't know, we would have
Because
to look
it's a,
at.
it's a perfect place to
It
vote.
is a very, lots of parking, big room, it's really nice.
Yeah, it really couldn't be
Yeah,
a better,
I'm happy that that's working.
easier place.
Still doing the handwritten abstract, I see.
Isn't that amazing that we do that? I just stole my pen to do it.
It is an invitation to error.
She was going around looking for the perfect pen in there, and then she came, I guess, and found it. And when she came back and she's like, good news, I found the perfect pen. Bad news, it's your pen. I was like, that's okay, I can sacrifice my pen for this. I was like, I will get it back from you after.
Unhappy. Oh, it's overheating, and we'll cut off your air source.
Yeah, Sally, did you do Wordle yet?
I just did it.
Yeah, it ticked me off. I should have had it in 2.
I thought I could have had it, I thought I was rocking along and could have had it in 3. I could have gotten 2, but how long did it take you?
It just, I actually knew it in 2, but I thought it couldn't be that.
Right.
I've got to use a unique letter in each of the 5. And,
They do that a lot to us.
and it just, so.
Don't tell AK because she hadn't worked it yet.
Yeah.
Can't tell AK because she hasn't worked it.
How do you do?
Yeah, you're getting real close to spoilers.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
We also have had 2 guesses, and I have 1 yellow letter, so I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Oh,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing? I'm here with Edison Research, supposed to collect cumulative vote counts as they come in this evening.
Our chair is there and the director's over there, perhaps you can talk to
Okay.
them.
So we're going to post the absentee online. Do you know how to find that? So.
I can grab my laptop, but it's easier.
Or even a phone.
Okay.
Just put them on the website.
We even see them first through the website. But I can tell you how we are operating tonight too, so you can know when things are gonna be available. So it's buncombecounty.org/vote. And then you will go to, oh, the banner will change.
Okay.
But, so it'll have a button right here that'll show the results. But
Okay.
you can also go here, and you're just looking for Buckley County stuff,
Mhm.
right? And it'll have the election results there, and you just put in the election. So the first thing you'll see right at 7:30 is our absentee by mail numbers.
Okay.
Then you'll watch us actually process the early voting ones. And it'll take a little bit longer for us because we have 11 early voting locations.
Okay.
And then we'll post those. And then flash drives will start coming in from the precincts.
Okay.
And
time do we adjourn over to Cox?
As soon as we feel like the flash drive process is going well, then I think that we should head over there.
Have there been any issues today that you've heard from any of the?
We were just talking about that. Nope, we had one, at a polling location where we plugged too many things into an outlet and flipped the breaker, so we had power out for like 20 minutes. So that was fine. That's it.
Great. So yeah, you think, and have you gotten any results in yet, or do we wait until 7:30?
We have to wait till 7:30.
Up
Yeah.
30. It's the law.
Yep.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, we used to be able to post early voting right away, but we have to wait now.
Cool. And then the other thing is, like, if I have to call them to make updates, do you want me to go to a different room to?
Yeah,
That would
we're
be great.
gonna
Okay.
be doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you sign in when you came in?
No, she just told me, wave me down. Do you want me to go?
Oh,
Yeah,
right
just
here.
that's our little,
Yeah.
our official register of attendance.
Brian, where do we go to find out the number of registered voters per precinct?
Per precinct would be the dashboard on our website. So,
I'm trying to remember where though.
I will show you.
Should be right near the top.
I got that question from the chief judge.
And I use it all the time. So, dashboards.
Okay.
I use these dashboards a lot. Like this one I've opened probably 20 times today.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But this is the registered voter one, and it's updated every night. Of course, it hasn't been moving because there's.
Because we've frozen the
It's
register.
It's frozen right now, yeah.
But you can just scroll through and see every single one, and it's got all the party affiliations, some other demographic information too, and you can even sort by these jurisdictions. And active and inactive too, if that matters.
Let's see, where is that? I had a question from one of our chief judges. She just wondered how many registered voters were in her
Oh.
precinct. And I told her it was on the website, but I couldn't walk her through exactly where to find it.
That's Chris Camber and with Edison Research, who gives election night updates to the AAC.
Skipped a couple pages.
So you'll be.
There.
Yeah, I really love these dashboards.
It was actually at Fairview, the chief
Oh,
judge.
Emery Oakley? They're like, how many
No,
more do we have?
Fairview Community Center.
Oh, okay.
And that's the one that had 19, so
Oh, what number is it?
it is 39.3.
We'll certify them, but it won't be disclosed until, of course, that sheet's getting.
Three total registered is 2,842.
Okay. Yeah, and I get the dashboards where?
So if we go back to our website.
Do we expect that we'll have a total, like, finished count by tonight, or will there
So,
will be?
maps and data,
Okay.
statistics,
Yeah.
dashboards.
Oh, cool.
That's the
Yeah.
way to describe it.
And I
There's,
use that.
we don't finish
all
our
the time.
count until March 15th.
Okay.
Okay.
Provisional
Very good.
ballots, you'll have no provisional ballots included tonight,
Okay.
but they will be included in the official final tally on March 15th. We'll meet here at 11 a.m. on March 15th to wrap things up.
So you know what the exception, what are the exceptions, or what is it that's yet to be determined? But by and large, this is, what do you call it? Yeah, I would call it the tentative final.
Preliminary results.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The preliminary results, and they are so close to the final results,
Yeah.
although we have had changes between election night and the final tally, where the order finished flipped, based on additional absentee ballots and provisional ballots. So it ain't over till we finish counting.
Sure. Do you have a sense of what percentage of absentee votes come in tonight? Or tend to come in? I don't know.
Well, we've done most of them already.
Yes, we have done most of them already, but the laws have changed, and there was a bigger amount returned today than usual, but I
Oh,
don't
good.
know those numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot in the mail, and we had a lot of people coming to our front desk and dropping them off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. The staff told me about that. Especially this morning, it was very brisk business at the front window.
We're somewhat unique in that this board actually looks at all the absentee ballots. I mean, not each one of us, but as a group.
At least one of us.
Yeah.
So we look at them and we're just looking to see that what's on the envelope, have they been witnessed? And is it complete? And that's a little obsession of ours.
Well,
A good one to have.
One of many are good traits.
Yeah.
yeah, thorough. But yeah, we open those absentee ballots ourselves. Each absentee ballot is opened by a member of the Board of Elections. And, yeah, there it is, the slicers.
Some people actually slice the ballots, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, yeah, that happens sometimes.
This looks like a stork. You noticed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see that long bill. I see that long bill.
A person with scoliosis sitting in a chair.
Well, that could be too. That's very good.
Yeah, the stork sitting on top of one of those pilings down at the beach.
As a psychologist, this is very interesting to see what y'all
What
do.
does it mean? What does it mean?
Well, those are signs.
This is
Keep people out of the
Rorschach's.
house.
Yeah, exactly. What does Dr. Rorschach say about this one?
Mm.
That looks like a
Is our
cat.
virtual viewers going up now?
No, they're actually, they're turning it off. They're turning it off as we await.
Oh, great. See, it's working, it's working.
I thought
You mean our ratings are going up?
with our senseless drill.
Now, this might be a silly question, but what exactly is a provisional ballot, or why does somebody submit a provisional ballot as opposed to any
That's a
other?
good question.
Mr. Chair, tell them all about it.
I know better than to do that. That's where I hand it right over to staff. There's a lot of reasons that we would get a provisional.
So we were asked, what is a provisional? So first, big picture, provisional ballots are, the process of provisional voting is a fail-safe. So it is a way to make sure that people who are eligible to vote can vote even if there was a mistake, right? So that someone comes to the polls and they believe that they are eligible to vote, they can be offered a provisional ballot to make sure that they actually vote, and then it comes and it's researched by staff first, and then the board decides whether they count or not, or partially count. And so that's a process, it's federally required, and also just a great part of that balance between access and security.
So that's like if there's some question about whether or not they're registered in that precinct or anything.
Good. So some examples for a primary election would be that's not the party that I wanted to vote for, or not registered, or sometimes we have a lot of growth in Buncombe County. So sometimes there'll be a new house and someone's trying to register at a new address that we don't have in the database. So that's a perfect example that's good for provisional voting. So things like that.
Or we tell you, you already voted. You say, no, I didn't, yes, I did, no, I didn't, I just didn't.
Yep.
Way to resolve that. You know, this is kick them out the door.
Yeah, we want everyone who shows up to vote to cast a ballot. We don't want them to leave upset that they were not allowed to have their voice heard at the ballot box. And then the research is done subsequent to Election Day to determine whether or not we should count it. And we get plenty of instances where somebody's simply in the wrong precinct. But when you're in the wrong precinct on Election Day, chances are the ballot that they gave you to vote a provisional ballot doesn't have all the races that you would have been eligible for, and has some races you probably aren't eligible for. So those get researched, and we figure out which of the races this person's eligible for, and we tabulate those. But then we don't tabulate the races for which they are not eligible. And there's all kinds of things. In a primary, the big one is you're registered with one of the parties, but you want to vote a ballot of the other party. and you insist on voting that ballot, we'll say, well, okay, we'll let you vote provisionally. That will end up not being counted because the person is not eligible to participate in that primary because they're registered with another party. If you're unaffiliated, you can choose the party ballot. But if you're already...
Just one.
Right, just one. And depending on, if you're unaffiliated, depending on the ballot you choose in the primary election, if there's a second primary, if there's a runoff election, and you're unaffiliated, then you're only eligible to vote in that runoff if the runoff involves the party whose ballot you pulled as an unaffiliated. You can't vote as a Democrat in the primary and then as a Republican in the second primary as an unaffiliated. That's a good consistency, I think. You might see some mischief otherwise, I'm not sure.
When's the last time we had a runoff?
2020.
There
Well, we
was
had
a
that
runoff.
Tie vote.
There was a runoff between Mr. Cawthorn and Ms. Bennett.
That's right, we resolved it.
Yeah.
That's right, we didn't have to do it.
Now, you mentioned the chance that someone might have died after having voted. I'm curious what the process is for checking to make sure someone's actually alive, because, you know.
Okay,
Jake decides
I'm
how to-
gonna.
Jake decides how to vote.
And you should have been here sooner.
This
We actually
morning.
dealt with 2 such cases. Director Duncan?
Yeah, so that's something that happens pretty much every election, and you have to be alive on election day for your ballot to count in North Carolina. And so we have lists that are sent by the State Board of Elections, and we also have a partnership with the Register of Deeds where between elections we do that less frequently, but during voting we check every single day. And if we find someone who has voted, who has passed away, then the board will enter what's called a challenge. And that process is for anyone who appears to not be eligible for the election. But this is the most common reason why this happens. And it gets presented to the board. We send out notices just in case, to make sure that there weren't any mistakes made. And then those get reviewed on Canvas. If it is still found that this person's not eligible, then those votes are removed from the tally.
And you wouldn't be able to remove a ballot that was cast on Election Day, but those ballots that are cast during early voting and absentee voting are retrievable, and so we can pull them out. We wouldn't need to pull one out on Election Day, because if you went to vote on Election Day, you were alive on Election Day, and it counts.
Maybe not for all of it, but for part of
Exactly.
it.
You only have to be alive until a second after midnight. That counts. But yeah, if you've actually been to the polls, then we figured that, yeah, heart was beating, brain's working. Ask another one.
I'm curious, because I see you all have microphones. Are you guys recording this meeting right now?
Yes, all of our meetings are recorded.
Right.
This is live on, it's being streamed. All of our meetings are open to the public and are streamed, so you don't need to come in here in person. And they are all recorded and posted online, along with our board meeting minutes.
We usually have a crowd of the usual suspects out here, but they're all out electioneering and doing their election thing, so we have a sprinkling of people from, except for our faithful.
That's right.
And there are some who are home, you know,
That are
that you
faithful.
can monitor that.
Right.
I-
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we have election junkies. Most of them are sitting around the table here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of them end up here.
Yeah.
More fun than watching football, in my opinion.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say baseball.
Okay, good.
I get it. There's an energy, right?
It truly is.
Some people have come out of the electionware room. I think that's a signal.
Yes, we're ready.
Oh, good.
Okay, I have 3 copies of the absentee abstract. With each copy is a printout
Thank you.
from electionware. You can go through and compare electionware results to what I have handwritten on the abstract. Make sure I did not make any mistakes.
these are the statistics, but here is the, here's the number, so you got Lottie
That's
for
just
him,
on that, but
Lottie for his
And
cousin.
that's responsible for its
And then you, then we're gonna come down through here and look at,
oh, you know what?
wait,
They've got this
okay,
primary.
this is the, right, okay, I get you.
This.
So, what order do you want to
All
do this?
presidential terms, but
Okay.
here's all
Just
the
go
Democrats
through
and
the,
Republicans.
with his
Okay.
Actually,
offices,
I'm
or just go
thinking
through
libertarian
the-
for a second, because I've done this off the bat.
It looks like,
Yeah.
I see what they did. He's just got, they're just gonna, now, but.
One for
Let's just keep
So,
going down this list.
all right, so here you go. Here is,
That is it. And there's, well, we don't put it under hers.
No.
hang on.
Go to GOP.
This is just all around.
Yeah, okay, now we got a lot of numbers.
Why don't we just go?
Yeah.
Yeah, over here. Okay, I've got DeSantis 12,
Yep.
Haley 249.
Yes.
0, 0, 218 for Trump, 1 for Binkley,
Yep.
5 for Christie,
Yep.
8 for no preference.
Okay.
So now the next one on the
Well, I'm in
abstract.
there, I'm in
Governor? Yeah, Governor Deb. Oh, wait, no, this is US House, 11. Here, Edwards, 298. Reagan, 125.
Yeah.
Now we get governor. And a fair lot of numbers.
Maybe I'd use this.
Starting with 5. So we got 16.
This Democrat.
Yep, 16,
Yep.
78,
Yep.
663,
Yep.
14.
Where do you want to go next?
Alright, and, Libertarian governor.
Right here.
And Libertarian governor, Mike Ross, 1.
Yep.
And that's the total. Now we got GOP governor.
We're gonna have a runoff.
Oh my goodness. Falwell, 148. Graham, 133. Robinson, 142.
We're gonna have a runoff.
Yes, you are right.
This one.
Oh, yes, true.
Yes. I'm still checking this stuff, so turn yours on.
What? You should be.
Are you guys just chatting or are you still reviewing?
Look at,
We are just,
we are
Just
pouring.
making
we're
sure.
pouring,
Just making sure.
we're pouring.
Good.
We're never finished though.
But if you have, if there's something that you would like us to do, we're happy to do it.
We just have to be done before 7:30 if you want to post that.
Give us 1 minute.
My pappy used to say, take your time, the hurry of a change.
Pappy was a smart man.
Oh, does it? You're only 114, so it's slightly higher. Yeah, but the little ways to work. I haven't found my big.
Okay, we have, we're 40.
Do you want me to select them?
And,
Sign the back
thank
one.
you, Bree, you did a wonderful
Sign.
job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
So have we signed all
So we
three of
need
the
to sign
abstracts?
both-
All three.
All
copies.
three.
You want to sign the abstract
With just the,
and the copies,
There's a signature page on it.
just the signature page on the abstract. There's one more abstract somewhere. There we go. I buried it.
two.
Okay, here it is. Signature page on here somewhere. Right here.
We're 5 minutes away.
You've got one abstract here that has no signatures on
It's
it.
because we were pouring over it.
This is amazing.
You know, you can sign twice.
I just think it's wonderful. All righty. Thank you, colleagues. We do have preliminary absentee results that we will be able to post in a few minutes at 7:30. I want to see these things.
Oh, no, well, I can, Leah, do you want these back?
Yes.
I thought you probably would.
It turned a little red.
It's a color-coded answer. Abstracts completed in triplicate. Thank you. I would entertain a motion to approve the preliminary absentee results that we have just reviewed.
I got it.
Thank you, Ms. Brain. The motion before the board is to approve the preliminary absentee results that we just reviewed. All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Thank you. The motion carries 5-0, and we have preliminary absentee results. Much appreciated, Mr. Tate. We appreciate your work, Ms. Bailey, and anyone else who assisted in this endeavor, including my esteemed colleagues. Thank you for all that absentee ballot review. It's a good warm-up for the fall. Bigger numbers. So, in a little bit, we shall again recess and go on down to the warehouse, but not yet.
So in 2 minutes, polls close, 7:30. I have looked online at our weights, and some of them have not been updated too recently, maybe 7:15, 7 o'clock, but they're really low numbers for just a few people. So if there are people in line, it's just a few, so they should be able to turn around that really quickly. My computer says 7:28, so at 7:30, Devin, now that you've approved the abstract, we'll post those results, and we should be able to see them online, and I'll check that at 7:30. Once we make sure that those are going, then Bria will set up the DS200s to close early voting. And I'll put in the passcodes for those, and then you all can close the polls and get those the tapes printed out. We have 11 locations, but only 6 DS200s, so we'll have to do 2 rounds of that.
Only what? 6 of that.
6
Six
DS200s. We thought it was a little excessive bringing 11 of them in here. After the breaker incident at the polling location, Bria also thought, oh, is this too many to load up in here? And I contacted the fire marshal, and he goes, at interchange? No. So that's good to know also.
7:30.
7:30. All right. Polls are closed. Okay, so the banner has changed on the website, and I'm looking to download the results. And I don't see them yet. Take just a second, I'm sure. So we submit, then it goes to the state board system and comes back. So it still says zeros right now. Could take a little bit. And then Bria's notarizing the abstracts right now.
Thank you.
Once she's done with that, she'll start the DS200s for early voting.
IT. Oh, is it really?
No. To see the name. It's, what?
You have me fooled.
Those are yours. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Vote today, or did you?
I did. I decided. Wait.
You ready to
Vote
close
button.
polls on
Here we
early
are.
voting?
We are.
We're
Let the
ready.
festivities begin.
And will you keep checking for the results, because I still don't see them.
Does that mean we're gonna be signing the tapes,
Oh,
since we're closing the polls?
good
Mhm.
question, yes.
Yeah. That's what those little dotted lines are for.
You'll be
They
signing that you
don't have-
closed the polls,
They
but
don't have 5 places, they have 3.
Oh, that's okay. We can squeeze in some
Squeeze in some
signatures.
more.
I'm guessing that is a report revision we're going to need to request for future, because this will be our routine going forward. You'd have 3 on the election day tape and 5 on the early voting tape.
Right.
Ooh. Sounds like extra coding is required.
I wonder if it will take too long for them to print out. They can, we can't.
Well, it kind of was to be expected with all the changes. People don't understand what the difference really meant. You know,
For our audience members. Over anyone yet, okay. So we're going to hand out the paper ones. But I don't think it'll be much longer. We've had this before. I remember doing this at the warehouse. Clicking the
yeah, it's
million
a
times.
really big process. You just push the big red button.
Yeah. But we will get you the paper ones.
We're not gonna sign the tapes.
For absentee, the ones you
Oh,
just
for
did. Yeah,
absentee.
since we haven't seen that post yet.
Once the first results come out, how frequently do those get updated throughout the night?
For the precincts, it kind of depends on how they come in. If a group of them comes in, then we'll upload those in a batch. If it's just one, we'll wait for a few to come in.
There's 80 precincts
Yeah.
Oh, 80 precincts in,
in Baldwin County.
Yeah.
but only 11 polling locations?
11
Those
were
were
early
early
voting.
voting.
Oh,
We had 80 voting locations today.
Yeah. So you'll see 3 uploads tonight. The absentee that we just did.
yeah.
Next, we're gonna do early voting, and then we'll start seeing the election day ones come in.
We couldn't do anything with early voting either because of the state until 7:30 tonight because of the law.
Yep,
So
here
we have
and
to
then
wait
balance.
and do that right now.
You'll see the cars pulling into the parking lot.
Pretty
It's
fun.
7:35 now. You know, we don't start seeing these things till about,
Previously, they brought them to the warehouse? Oh, they brought them here.
they bring the drives here, but they bring everything else to the
Right, all
warehouse,
the ballots.
including the ballots,
Including the ballot.
including the ballots.
The machines get picked up later.
Right.
Those workers at the polls will pack up all the machines, have them ready for pickups.
And the flash drives come here because this is where we have the equipment that we use to upload to the state. You're welcome.
The ballots and the tapes from the machine so we can, again, check to make sure that we have the same number of ballots as we have on the, that's printed out on the tape.
That's what
We'll do that at the warehouse.
right. Well, that happens at the warehouse.
Well,
fir-
we,
First they
it-
balance them at the
right,
polls.
each precinct hopefully has done it when they close, and then they present that at the warehouse, and we double check it.
Because it's easy to
Will
get
it
to.
come back here, or do you go
No,
down?
we go
Oh,
down there.
we, after we finish closing the early voting polls, we will recess and go down to the warehouse to help deal with all the stuff that's coming in from the 80 precincts, including signing off on the paperwork that each of the chief judges brings in that documents the activity at their precinct for the day. How many ballots they started the day with, how many they ended up with. And the difference is going to be the number of ballots that were voted plus the number of ballots that were spoiled during the day. That reconciliation, the ones that were actually used in a vote and those that were used but they were spoiled because someone messed up and they ended up getting a new ballot. But we make sure that all of those numbers are reconciled for each of the 80 precincts. That's part of what we do tonight at the warehouse. And then when we finish that, when we get everything closed down at the warehouse, staff comes back in tomorrow and they start to double check everything. And then we will have the sample audit.
This is interesting.
uh,
The non-partisan number of.
No, when is the sample
Audit is on Monday
Monday.
at 10 a.m.
audit? On Monday. And the State Board of Elections,
But when you get
They
into
do
what
their
happened.
drawing on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I wanna say it was
tomorrow.
2 or
Percentage
something
gets sent
tomorrow.
out.
the State Board of Elections will do a drawing tomorrow
30%
that will help us determine
of our full amount.
which voting locations are used
Nine.
in the sample audit.
Oh, hello. Well, right. but
Yeah, it
still,
tends
I
to be
guess
two.
percentage-wise.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
thing as far as the one, but, well, with the primary, in other words,
True.
we didn't have a big, but it is, it's telling because it means that we didn't have. big
So we've
crowds
got 80
of
precincts, but when you look at the 11 early voting sites plus absentee by mail,
Somebody's ticket.
you know, we get up to 92.
I think everybody's probably gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
I promise I work here.
Yeah, that's what it says.
2 or 3. I'm not sure what it'll be.
Bria's faster than me, so the configuration tape's printing out on her side. Once that's done, then it'll be ready for the polls.
Oh.
That was poor placement.
Can you see that dropping down into that little cavity and then you
How
have to
about this?
pick up the whole thing and shake it out?
That's better. Now we're talking to you.
There's one ready on this side, two ready. Not tonight. So those are the only ones that are gonna come tonight. The only ones that our board has not issued that, as far as absentee by mail, are the ones that came in today, so those will come on Friday. And then any, Hava, or, which is our own registered that comes by mail, will get
This is
Thursday
just the
night.
configuration.
The day before.
Will come out when you close
So
the
those are all of our absentee by mail. What we're, so what they're closing down now is our early vote.
We gotta do it. So is there a reason not to go
So
with
we're
this?
ready, upload that this year to be a bigger number, but now early voting is bigger. Well, that's how hard it is. What, 25,000 voters, this is on voters for that. So that will be the next big upload, will be all of early voting. And
This is
that will
a
probably be
copy.
about an hour guesstimating, but this is a big law, so we don't know, that's the first time we're closing it this way. So we don't know how long that will take.
Yeah, we used to perform this activity in the afternoon, and we had everything ready at 7:30. So when polls closed, when we did an upload, it was absentee by mail plus early voting. And that tends to be at least half of the vote in a particular election. So, you know, folks were always anxious, okay, what do the numbers say at 7:30? And now it'll just be more staged, where you get a small number, the absentee by mail, a bigger one with the early. And then today, we had large numbers. Today, probably more than half the votes in the election in Buncombe County were cast today, on election day.
So at the polling.
You'll see in the fall
Putting in your ballot.
that most of the votes will be cast during early voting and not on election day. People vote earlier
Yeah, but
in the general election, and they vote later in the primary election, because they're still trying to figure out which of these primary candidates they want. But once you get to the fall, people tend to have their minds pretty much made up. Not everybody, of course, but a lot of people do. And so they get out there that first Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we see big numbers early voting early in the process. And then we always see a really big push the final Thursday, Friday and Saturday of early voting. A lot of people wait till the very end and get out, whether it's general or primary. But, yeah, well, I would imagine for the general election, we'll have at least 60% of our vote be early vote. And probably less than 50% for this election. So
Did you plan to release additional absentee votes at a later date?
You can get them in, people are driving to
For their
Yeah.
early votes after tonight, or will all
No,
those?
it will after we're done.
All of them except for the ones that we have
Tell
to
them-
research on and present them to the board.
Yes.
Some of those will be presented on Friday, and then the rest of them will be presented on the night
Yep,
before.
and I'll be
This is
accepted.
an intermediate step.
Yes, so I don't,
Yep.
we'll see.
It'll be a while, yeah, it'll be a while.
Well, Jake,
Until you get everybody else trained.
The only
Jake.
point in knowing that is that it's a safety feature.
Jake, did you want to close a poll?
It does, you know, they go, oh, it's printing, and, you know, we won't lose
Okay,
it.
do we want
See, Jake wants to do one. But you can
to, here, Jake, I want to see how you do it.
Yeah, so you can just hit the code button and then I can put in the code.
You wanna try it?
I've done enough during testing.
We're just going to close.
Yeah, just
Everything's okay.
hit the red button.
Alright.
Do you want to do
You're
yours?
saying it.
I've already done it.
That's fine.
Yours is
Okay,
this
this
one's
one's
not.
not.
The sticks that were.
I
I
haven't
just
put
want to see
it
if you did the same way twice.
That's the instruction sheets now. Now they put them on.
Oh, they had covered.
It was on there somewhere.
Yeah, there's a cover somewhere.
Ah, see, that's what happens when they're not red, white, and blue.
I'm glad you didn't try that with your shoes.
That one works.
Yes.
This one's happy.
Closing poll. Do not.
It's not the machines but the drives that were in it. But yes, the ones.
All right, so then once.
Oh, cover.
This one,
Got it, got it.
Okay, so it's telling us that we can type a flash drive out of this one now.
Oh, great. Great.
Has finished the tabulation. We're gonna do it.
Do you want them to wait until the tape's printed out
there it is.
before taking the flash drive out, or do you want to just do it now?
If it says safe to remove, I'll take it now.
Okay, what we have, did we push the close poll button before we do this? or we do that?
You can do it for the screen.
We did. If you could have done it.
You could have. But I think the screen is easier.
Not that I had the desire to do so, I just saw it.
Thought about pushing it.
That's fair.
What are buttons for? To be pushed.
I think that this one is more satisfying than the screen. Because it's a button.
Well, I think you're right, the screen's right.
I don't know, Express Vote worked pretty well, and that was just the screen.
That's true.
I didn't hear a single negative. I heard plenty of positives about Express Vote. I didn't hear a single negative, and I was so nervous.
But Bria's right, the tactile experience.
Yeah, right.
Would you like?
But you know,
the
Steve,
tactile
Steve, it's,
I would love the tactile experience.
but the tactile, I mean, it's so 20th century. I mean, come on.
So what? Ready? Set?
Oh, good, didn't explode.
Because they were the hands over
Boy, this takes a while to get,
And then once it leaves,
cranking.
print out, then we'll put the second round of flash drives to have all 11 done and
Right, and do all the uploading. And what time? It's 7:45 now.
yeah, good idea.
First one in.
So, yeah, we need to, Fred, come on.
I came in the door. Flash drives, but I'm gonna go out this way.
You're like, okay.
Do not reveal.
Oh, the controversial Weaverville Community Center.
Yeah.
The place I got the most fussing from.
Yeah, I did. I remember going over and getting coffee.
Once upon a time, they did it like on Main Street.
Yeah.
There was a big clock, I know, wherever it was.
Yeah.
It was always the most contentious voting site. What are you guys doing in Weaverville?
No, I know it. That was, the minutes, they were, the people were like, they were insatiably, inordinately.
They get pretty passionate about those things. Yeah, no,
All right, this one's ready and this one's ready.
Oh, all right.
If you would like to
You
review.
pull one, I'll pull the other one.
I got to pull one.
You should pull that one too, and I'll pull this one.
Are you using these?
Voting results report.
Early, so yeah, we'll have to fall.
They already did it, 5 spots.
And that's one.
Oh.
I looked at that and went, that doesn't look normal.
And hand that to Bria.
But not this.
We're gonna put the tapes in those.
Now, how many of these tapes are we gonna sign? Because there's 2 of them. Usually one would be posted outside the polls.
And we just need to sign one of each,
I think since it's new, we should just sign.
just to be on the safe
Yeah.
side.
Should we separate them?
Can we separate them?
You
Two,
can,
three.
I was thinking if they fit, we could.
All right, Bria.
But
Well, I mean,
Oh,
should we
to cover it?
separate them so
so we
we
can
can
sign
sign?
it easy.
Security,
if you want.
safety.
Yeah, let's do it.
Not complete. One more tactile experience.
Three of these. Do you have some paper clips?
Yes.
We need to be complete.
So then
You want these back?
we're gonna put it in here, we're gonna put these in then.
Good luck fitting them.
If you want to be
That
tactile.
side of the table is fitting women, so.
We'll have
But
Compare us to everyone.
they're taking the, has one printed out yet?
No, this one's still going.
So that, who was
I need a
it?
head start on that.
This is
So these are
South
the 2
Oakland.
biggest ones. And that one's big too.
Yeah, Hanson.
You better too.
I told my grandchild, Inca Stinka today, and she said, you say that? You all say that too? Of course we said Inca Stinka. She's a cheerleader, she's an Owen cheerleader. You say Inca Stinka? You say that? Yeah,
Oh, that's right, yeah. Gotta remember him.
a new generation.
Oh, we're there?
They've got a pretty good.
We're at the end of the second one.
Let me see if I can get this.
We're at the end of the second one.
The first was the first
Oh,
one.
good, good. Okay, so if you don't mind, I will start this one on the next.
Yes, the next, okay, good.
Bria, this one's ready.
Yes. For new?
Yeah, okay. Do I do finish, turn off?
Yes, finish, turn off.
So you have to run the configuration tape over again, along with
For the, yep, for the next precinct, or voting location.
Okay, I've got some good news and bad news. That's your good news. That's last place.
Well, that's
So-
on
No,
one.
we
No,
have
no, no,
three.
no, 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 but
We have 3 tapes.
Oh, there's 3.
There's 3.
one
Now,
of the takes I
I
want
had
to
an
print.
So
interesting
make sure
question for you,
when you
Fred.
get to where you're signing, that you sign it.
You know what,
Tapes are
I just
usually
passed that.
supposed to be posted outside polling place. Are we supposed to post one of these?
We are not.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't, do we post them outside early voting one
Replace
day?
your signatures.
Historically? No, so this is the same.
Okay, that makes
You
sense.
want us to sign this?
But results, you know,
Here's the second.
yes.
Okay, and there's not another one down at the.
There are
What are we
3 of them.
supposed to do about this tape?
According to Mary Ann, there's 3 places to sign,
On-
if there's
on
3
each
copies.
tape.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
There's 3 complete sections.
Yeah, and we are separating them so that they.
So we should, do you want to sign all of them
Yes.
on each tape?
Yep.
You sign at one time for each copy.
So,
And each site will
so
have
here's
3.
the end.
1, 2, and there should be a third one.
Okay.
And you're
So I got-
welcome to take it.
I got this one here. Well, now you're really stir.
Green wants to know if you want to
Yeah.
have a live.
At 8:30. I'm doing it here at 8:30 because the flash drives will start coming in, and then at 10 o'clock at the warehouse.
So what you just told me is I need to sign this tape in 3 places.
Correct.
Just me.
Yep, and oh, everyone does.
Everyone, yeah.
Everyone
There's
signs it.
There
5
are 5
spots.
lines,
Yes.
so one for each board member.
But the question, what Uncle Dudley didn't quite get was, I don't sign this tape 3 times.
You do sign that tape 3 times. Every time you see the set of signature lines,
You sign it once.
you sign it once.
So does everybody else.
That's correct.
So I need to, we just need to circulate
There will be
this.
15 signatures on each tape.
Why was that?
11 tapes.
The team is en route, Green.
Let's all get together, probably easier. Would you make it easier to sign all together and get together?
You could also wait until you're done printing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. They're small numbers.
Yeah, but we do want to keep
But
them.
there's a
because they don't
statistical
need bags, but they
significance
know
for
which
this.
one they came from,
That's kind of
They're,
scary.
they're all labeled, like, the site is on every single one of them. So I can look at it and tell where it's from. So if we mix them up, it's
It is what it is.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah,
I
right.
guess
I
I
mean,
should
we can
have
start
recognized
signing
it
it
as
while you're
inevitable.
getting those. That's fine.
But it's
It is
inevitable.
50 copies that we have.
Yeah, print it out.
We didn't have one.
It's more than that. That's more than 50/50 on the print.
Okay, I've got 3 tapes here to be signed.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the first one.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so we can get another, yeah.
Do you guys kind of want to start an assembly line over here, or?
I've got one started.
Tell you what, if you get some, paper,
Yeah.
let's start.
These go with this bag. Did you bring your little bag over?
Right, the long tape.
I've got. I've signed these 3.
You started those, okay,
Yeah,
well, let's start
started.
with those. Okay. This is yours, your bunch.
We got some over here, Mary Ann, if you want to try.
Okay, you want to sign that?
All right, and I have another one to close
Done
the
your
poll
sign.
on if someone's ready.
Keep it all unraveling. It's my nightmare. I'll let you clip that and then I'll get you ready here.
Let's go ahead and clip it.
Mhm.
So you don't have a nightmare.
Thank you, appreciate that. No nightmares allowed.
Oh, you could do it. Do it. You have to hold it down.
Mhm.
We're just, we're done.
You can tell that we used to be trying to get this stuff done and get out of it.
I know, right? We're not messing around.
funny because.
Oh. You never know, right?
What I love is a smooth process, and you guys have delivered.
You definitely keep getting better. Okay, so this one will be ready next.
Jake, you want to start signing?
Oh, sure. That's a little set over there underneath
Okay.
Mary Ann's microphone.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I guess it was kind of smart to separate them all.
It's not our first rodeo.
Sally and I have done it before.
It's not our first rodeo.
I kept mine all together there. That's why it's all strewn all over the table.
Hey, live and learn. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hey, Glenn, you ready?
Going a lot after you.
Yep.
You got that one?
There's 3 tapes that come out of each
Yeah, this
TV.
is 3 tapes, so, but we've got one side associated.
Okay.
Oh, I see what it is, you tripled it. Is this one question?
Oh, are you doing that on purpose?
You can sign those, you can sign
No,
those,
no, she's
you can
not.
sign those.
This-
And I'm going
I'm-
to.
Near the end of the roll, so it's really tight.
So this one, because I won't, Jake and I only did one.
Somehow clips on the side.
Okay, thanks.
Uh-huh. And Glenn, where are yours? Have you?
They're right.
Yes, yes. Printer-Legs will have no part in this. This is my thing.
All right, that one's ready.
I like that, if I say, okay, let me go ahead and
Another one over here.
Mary Ann, you can have
Another one on this side.
If you can draw a picture.
Yeah.
There's another machine ready to close if anybody wants to.
Exactly, exactly. So
Ooh, I
just
really-
think about it. Just think
Okay.
about it. Pull out the pencil,
Okay.
scribble away.
I'll try to sketch up something.
Yeah.
Because I really think that will be cool.
I think it would be too. And I also like the idea of making some side money, so.
Yeah. I don't think I would be very liked in the state if I did that.
All right, we
You'd be
have
helping.
one
What's your
more
I
to
really think it
close.
would be.
Everyone who uses this CSS stuff.
Because doing it by hand takes time to roll up these tapes. Yeah.
It's just something different anyway, if you know.
Yes.
Steve, when you're finished with those.
I'll draw something.
And the 3D printing stuff is amazing what they can do.
These two are ready.
We need 2 more board
Yeah,
members to
I've been
close
close
the
to polls
polls.
left and right. I gotta share the fun.
Glenn will get the other one.
Print, very good. Print, there you go.
She's supposed to. Sally needs to sign.
I meant more us getting over.
Yeah, we could sign them all.
Are you on close?
Yes. Yeah, this was good.
Well, we're about to find out how they all fit in here, Corinne.
If they fit in the bags.
Mm-hmm.
Or are they coming in?
Yeah, I may have to roll them again.
Sign this. That's why I've got it rolled up so. go through the form.
Hey, this is great. This one's done. It's got all five. That one there, still needs Glenn and Sally.
Okay.
Jake, if you're dating yours, I hadn't been dating mine, now I gotta go around and do
I
it.
gotta do that. I haven't been doing it.
I can't futz with that. I can't figure it out how to get them all in there.
Totally fine. Totally fine. I will just do it.
Cram them in there. Try to make my little rolls smaller this time.
The big thing is that's all that's really why I asked you if we were supposed to post one, because we got three.
Oh, like sticking it out as a bag.
So it wouldn't have to be in back.
Yes.
Okay. Really ran out. Great, it's great. Oh, great, okay. Whenever you get a chance.
Okay, give me 1 second to replace paper.
Okay, this is we can take this down. And you can take that one out if you wish. No, it's okay. Well, I'll do it. You can grab it because it says safety. Take it out.
Okay, thank you. And that has been replaced. Started printing again. Okay.
The question I had is,
Yes.
Was there one over there I needed to sign? There was, somebody said that,
What happened here?
It ran out of paper, so this is the
Go on the other
end.
side, Sally. It'll be much easier than
Where
saying.
it is.
Hey, Jake, you want to pull your fry stripes? Want me to do it? Something for you while you take it together, whatever.
Maureen is grabbing tape. If you could hold them
first
together.
one, yeah.
Thank you.
Pull it out.
Got the Wesley Brand Southside Center.
We're not OCD if we don't, right?
Sorry. Go ahead. Right. And that's what we
You're doing it more work than anything else.
Okay.
You wanna roll the next one up there, Jake?
Yeah, what did you do? You roll, did you roll until you got to the signature line and then cut?
Yes.
Is that what you did?
I think there should be two, there hopefully are two there.
This year,
Maria's got a couple of paper clips over there that you can put it just below. That's what it's a little red cup over there.
sight to behold.
Fascinating.
you gotta have some fun down here at elections. Yeah, you gotta roll them up real tight. Not too tight.
Not too bad, you have a free.
Oh, okay.
There's one of these in each voting cycle there. And the chief judges, there's three judges. And the three judges will close down that machine once they go
Zero.
in. And then.
Mexican radio. I am pumped. I can't wait to share
Because
that
there's
story.
5 of us who went to all conference.
And especially my friends.
That we were all here and.
So the results from that machine are in that station. So it came out. It
By any
came-
chance?
It came out. And then.
Yeah, let me know if you find it.
Yeah,
Cold.
yeah.
Don't
So
take
I read
any
something
more.
that
That's
the
what
newspapers
floats
in
the
this
whole stick.
state did not mention
So
his
that told
name
us
for
that-
about 2 decades after he died.
Why?
Oh.
And then you stick, now after the stick
What a
is
story.
told us,
So many good
it goes
stories here
back
today. It's
and
incredible.
Rhea takes it and it goes.
Now, what happened to our paper clippies? Are they missing somewhere?
Takes it part of the report of the state. And meanwhile, the paper,
You got 'em.
Oh, you say stick, what is the stick?
it's just a flash drive. It's a
It's thumb drive, okay, got it.
So we've got, but so there's a paper, there's always a paper copy,
Yeah,
and it's correlated, and we don't.
right, so you check the results that you're seeing on the computer with the paper and then make sure it's the same.
Now, we're not going and checking the computer, okay? Our job here is just to knock this off of that same machine, off of that machine.
Right.
Back then, it didn't matter,
And that's what I'm saying.
but it's better to do it.
Well, actually, try to
All right, yeah, also, I've had to keep quiet.
What is the grant you were rolling up?
Yeah.
I got something more.
Where it went is another question.
Leslie Grant, well, I can't tell what it is. Oh, there it is. Leslie Grant, hot dog.
Then there's a third one you got. Here they are, right there. Back, turn back over there.
Figured out. Really bad. You know,
Oh, the way it's torn off.
I did
It,
because I tried these.
oh, did it not work? I would have thought.
Yeah, I would have thought too. But I ended up just really doing a crap.
Tearing it in this side, like this way off, works well.
Hey, Jake, you have a thumb drive to remove.
Oh, well, I didn't want to be a hog. I'd already removed
Yeah,
that.
you are, no, you're a two-third.
I
This is
thought
a,
this
you're,
was all of early voting, but I will take this last one.
because we have an odd number, but you get the privilege because you're the chair.
Because I'm odd, yes.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that. It's, you saw that. You may have seen that formulated in my lips.
It may be so.
My stepfather was the most relentlessly gracious person you would ever meet in your life. And my mother jumped him for interrupting. And then he turned to her and said, "Oh my dear, I thought that was a period slipping off of your sweet."
That is
We all say,
quite gracious.
master, heads up, heads up.
That's a bet. I gotta remember that one. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. I can see using that.
Oh, yeah.
I can see using that and losing my life.
You could do that one time.
Yeah, one time.
One vote, one time.
That was really good.
One man, one vote, one time.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. I didn't know.
All right, come here, Bree. Why don't you just take the little thing, that way it might actually.
Let's see here. There's paper caught in the corner of it, so it's
that's a
not. Yeah, it doesn't want to. I'm gonna grab this.
This requires a certain kind of.
Well, we tried.
Bring it that way, see if I care.
There's a whole bunch of them. This is the last one.
Yeah, we're done with our.
Oh, with all the closing machines.
Okay. Did we run out of tape on this one?
That one, yeah, that one gets rolled, it'll be ready. Here, you want to sign it?
It's gonna include some election day.
Is this one? Just one tape.
It's one tape, and there's the other one right behind you.
Okay, fine.
There's 5 copies.
I've got, we've got one too here. This is Grant, this is South.
Okay, where's this little envelope goes right here.
You want me to?
Here's your pen.
Well, that's a good idea.
Where's my pen go? My pen? I'm like, okay, somebody stole my pen.
Yep. I'm in work mode.
Mary Ann, you want to put a date on your signature?
I can fix
You
it.
want to put a date on
I do.
But I'll
I'm
fix
surprised
it.
I didn't. I usually have a habit of doing that. Did I get this one? I got that one. Yeah, I should have one more, right?
it? You go ahead.
Yeah, you signed it
I
since you
get
started.
that.
You've got envelopes over here if you're missing any. No, this is Weaverville Community Center. That should be on the other end over there, I think.
Steve, when you get a chance after you've rolled tapes and stuff to sign, we got a bunch of them.
Oh, I'll come over there and do that.
Yeah, I can start
And
rolling.
I think that's this one, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, see right here's your, that's where you find it.
Oh, good. Okay.
How many?
Okay, that was. Yeah, okay.
I don't have an envelope. I have, oh, Ethan Campbell, yours. Ethan Campbell, yeah. I was like, what are these letters mean? ECBL.
Yeah, no, going on here? There's something
Okay, this one,
that we need.
Would you do me a favor?
Say N.
sure.
Yeah, but we need to check with Bria, see what the message means. It may mean because it ran out of tape and it's got pink on it. This one
Okay, cool. Okay. So.
This is early.
You had to wait until 7:30 to
Yep.
kick these out. We should-
And then what's coming in the door.
that's what the board-
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I know, yeah,
I'm not asked Bria if she needs to recheck this one.
We just,
It's turning pink.
it's done.
Is it?
Yes.
It just said don't turn off and I wasn't gonna turn it off.
Oh, you can turn it off.
Okay, just checking.
Well,
All right, W bill. Yeah.
My signature. You're right, this first one is so long, you think you
You just go
messed
on and
up.
on and on.
You're going, where is the signatures on this?
I know, I
thing?
kept thinking, did I get two together?
That's what I've been thinking. Got all that diagnostic tape.
Jake, when you wander this way again,
I wonder. Oh, I wonder. So Jackson Holiday, 3 for 4 today in spring training.
great. Mike?
Just finished a homer short of the cycle. Go rookie.
Well, and my Evan Carter from rookie last year had 2 home runs today. He had a grand slam.
Ooh. I'm ready. I'm ready for the season to start.
Woo!
Heck with the spring training
No,
stuff.
let's get down to brass tacks.
Well, especially when you're 9-1 in spring training. Or not anymore. But 9-1, it's like, come on, you got to carry that in.
Thank you.
I need to see more of that.
Some of our young pitchers aren't doing great, but I guess you don't expect that. All right, Steve, I think you've done this. I think you owe me one there.
I'm done.
Oh, you are? Okay, so this is all Glenn we need to get
Okay.
with this bag. Oh.
Okay. For you,
Okay,
Lester Community Center,
okay.
and then Sally, and then Owen. And the envelope for that is. Okay.
Thank you.
Not this one, right?
Just me so far.
I thought I did good because I fit them all in there.
Here's nothing, Steve.
I don't know. I don't take them though.
This one,
They go in a
actually,
Yep, this is the pile. You just throw them anywhere. Yeah. The important work is happening in there.
straighten this one out before I can roll it anyway.
Okay, any more signatures needed?
Yeah, I think, these, I don't think you signed those.
Yeah, no, yeah. We need Sally. We need
Me.
you. Okay, good. I'll leave that.
I'm still rolling this third one here.
We're gonna roll around and get signatures from y'all.
Yes.
Make it easier.
This is the third one for this batch.
Yes. Mhm.
Everybody in this one?
Yeah, you did.
It doesn't really belong to anybody, it's just,
It's just he's at library, so.
Wait a minute. This might neck of the woods. Oops, I was about to sign your name on there.
I wouldn't do that.
You don't think that's a good
No, I
idea?
don't think that's a good idea.
Come on.
Okay. Now, there's 3 of these that you have not signed. Who signed those?
I think Lynn's gonna need to sign.
Who's-
I've signed this one, I have not signed that one.
Okay, sign that one. Get that one.
And Glenn can sign all of those.
Let me slide over here, and I'll start these 3.
And that's right there, isn't it? Or is that it?
Oh, okay.
Which one is
That's,
that?
yeah, these go right
No, I
here.
know.
This one is Lester.
Okay, here's this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is,
That goes with this one, I think.
and this is Lester, this is Lester something.
All
Okay,
right,
good.
Glenn, if you can
Okay.
sign these guys. Then we'll get Jake to sign.
No, just.
This gives new meaning to closing the polls, doesn't it, Sally?
Yes. It's kind of interesting to see how much time it's going to take us to do the early voting.
Yeah. And to be honest, there's more time taken with just this than it is in actually uploading.
Thank you. And then all we have left is Jake on these.
You need to sign these, Sally. Sally,
Yeah. Signatures, please.
you got 3 right there.
I thought they withdrew, but.
Now,
The one
Jake.
that just said will be done.
Come on, sir.
Do it so late. Put the names on that.
These for you, that's for you, and I think these are for you.
So way behind. Okay, thank you.
No, I think Jake signed these.
Then, so it's just 2 batches.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, those are done. Jake needs to sign
This
these.
is Reynolds Village up in
Yeah.
North Asheville. Thank you.
And you got 3 more.
We get them all done. Do some meeting for the warehouse. I hope they save me some birthday cake. I hope so.
Okay, this one is signed. And it's
Kind of cake.
I don't. I have no idea. But my daughter-in-law, when she puts her mind to it, she makes these amazing, spectacular
homemade.
cakes.
This isn't bought
It,
already.
no, oh yeah, no, it's normally homemade.
Yeah.
She did this last year, did it the year before, right? 21 she did it? Oh my goodness. Losing time. Okay, this is one that Zara made for my wife's birthday. And you can see, you see all the little crystals?
Yes.
Like those rocks, rock kind of jewelry and stuff like that. And Zara is an amazingly talented person when it comes to this stuff. Look at that. I mean,
It's gorgeous. It's like she could win that on Great British Baking Show.
exactly, exactly. Showing off my daughter-in-law's work on birthday cakes.
It looks like it's alive.
Well, what she's gonna do, the big project for this year, she wants to enter the gingerbread contest at Grove Park. Yeah, she's really good.
Didn't know what she
And she's a real sweetie too. Yeah, she gets all this gold in there.
Yeah, I was looking how.
It's incredible.
How it's got this sort of, all right, so you like this, it moves up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just.
Yeah, she's.
So what kind of cake is it? What's underneath it? What's inside?
That was a chocolate cake on the inside. I honestly can't remember what filling she used, but it was very exciting. When I saw the cake, it was like, my goodness, this is right out of a magazine. This is incredible.
Well, I'll be curious to see what,
And then the one she did for me.
yeah. Sorry. So sorry.
A little wall of voodoo. And the thing is, that's my fault, not yours.
I got caught.
Are we ready?
So, what do you want to know about the flash drive process before we head over to the warehouse? The board. So right now, and we can go out there too and see that process. So there's teams outside. The pool workers are driving through the parking lot doing a loop. They pick up the flash drive, check it in, like do a chain of custody form. And then I just heard the door open, so we'll probably see this live. Someone will come in. Hi, Bobby. She has a flash drive in her bucket, at least one. And she'll give that to Bria and Devin, and then they'll upload it just like we did the early voting results. And they're coming in pretty quickly, so they're probably doing batches pretty quickly. So we'll see those posted. And like I said, they're already posted. And then when they're done, when all the precincts have come in, they'll print reports and bring them to us at the warehouse.
We'll be over at the warehouse because other election officials are returning
Yes.
ballots and other election equipment to the election services warehouse in 55 cents.
Yep, and that's actively happening now.
And you should probably know too, that we track these flash drives. We have tracking devices with each flash drive, so we know where it is. It helps us maintain a good handle on who has it and where they're at.
And I was just gonna log in and see if I can show you that.
Yes, we've got them on a map. You can see the flash drives moving towards 59 Woodfin Place on the map.
Just like the flying toaster.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. Do you wanna borrow my shoes?
No. She could just tap them in the floor and run
It's flash drives and ballots, although.
To walk a mile in
I'm not sure
green
that
shoes.
it's updating. It doesn't look like it's updated to me. Oh, it is. I just saw a little
See
car
one
move.
moving?
Yep.
Can you, Kareem, is it possible to look at it?
Yes. And then I need to stop talking so Rocio can finish.
Can you unite to it?
Jake, she's gonna record.
Do you want to?
I'm going to photobomb this session.
All right.
I'm gonna hide behind the boss.
You can have your chair back if you want.
No, I'm here.
No, I got her chair. You got the chair on it.
Musical chair.
Rocío Quintero aquí de nuevo. Soy la especialista en comunicaciones bilingües del condado de Pom-Pom y las urnas en todo Carolina del Norte han cerrado. Gracias a todos los votantes que salieron hoy. Nuestra última actualización de participación para Pom-Pom fue a las 4 de la tarde y mostró más de 20,000 votantes en todo el condado. Con la votación anticipada y en ausencia, eso es casi 48,000 votantes en total en estas elecciones y es probable que veamos entre 5 y 10,000 más agregados a eso cuando terminemos de publicar los resultados no oficiales esta noche. Como hemos estado informando, estamos viendo números muy similares a los de las primarias de 2022. Los resultados preliminares de la votación en ausencia por correo ya están disponibles, tal vez incluso la votación anticipada. Vaya a pomcomcounty.org/vote o vote o a ncsbe.gov para ver los resultados en todo el estado. Ha sido un gran día de votaciones y les daremos una última actualización a las 10 de la noche para terminar de revisar los suministros en nuestro almacén. Gracias por haberse hecho presentes hoy y nos volveremos a ver en un ratito.
So you
read the English and you just.
No,
just
I
probably had
translated it
oh, you
ahead
had
of
it
time.
translated.
No. Side
I thought,
translation
well,
is
you're
really
just
hard.
translating on the fly. I thought
No.
that was pretty good.
As we got to hear from Boss Lady on something,
You ready for us?
and then we're going to go. Almost. Okay, we got one. We got to get Sal. AK's on it. She's searching. Okay, so what you got?
I think you just recess. You have nothing from me.
Oh, okay.
Just
She's not back there.
I'm gonna let the team know that we're on the way.
Hey Curry, your Teams is on it.
Oh, thanks.
Can I turn that off for a moment?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us today. It is a long election day, but it is not over yet. We have completed our work on preliminary absentee results. We've closed the early voting polls, and we've posted those results. At this point, our work at 59 Woodfin Place is done for the day. And our next plan is to recess and to move down to 50 Cox Avenue, the Election Services Warehouse, to complete our work for the day. And I would entertain a motion to recess our meeting. Mr. Aceto, thank you. We have a motion before the board to recess and reconvene at 50 Cox Avenue at 9 p.m. It is currently 8:42.